So picture this. What if the next huge blockbuster movie wasn't decided in some stuffy Hollywood boardroom, but, by millions of fans just scrolling on their phones? Well, that's exactly what's happening. Today, we're going to dive into how one single TikTok hashtag is completely rewriting the rules, creating this wild new pipeline straight from the bookshelf to the big screen. All right, let's kick things off with a number. And this number is so huge, it honestly sounds made up. 370 billion. No, that's not some tech company's valuation. That's how many times the hashtag BookTok has been viewed on TikTok. Just try to wrap your head around that for a second. That's enough views for every single person on Earth to have watched a BookTok video over 40 times. This isn't just some passing trend, folks. This is a full-on global phenomenon. So what is this force of nature? Well, yeah, it's a TikTok community, just a bunch of creators talking about books. But it's so much more than that. You should think of it like a digital kingmaker. It's this place where one person's emotional 30-second video can take a book that's been forgotten for years and catapult it onto the New York Times bestseller list. And I mean literally overnight. And this massive influence, it often starts pretty small. It's all about creating this whole commercial world, a whole ecosystem around the simple act of reading, which is now super fashionable. I mean, just scroll through the hashtag for a minute. You'll see that reading isn't just reading anymore. It's a whole aesthetic, a lifestyle. It's not just about the book, it's about the entire experience, the whole shebang. We're talking remote control page turners so you can read hands-free, clear Kindle cases just so you can cover them in stickers. It's all part of the look. And this isn't just about buying stuff, right? It's about showing off your identity as a reader. It's how you join the club. But, okay, this influence, it goes way beyond just the accessories you buy. It's not just about decorating your Kindle. Now it's actually dictating which stories make that huge leap from the page to the big screen. It's literally deciding which books are going to become the next blockbuster movies. And look, if BookTok has a queen, it is, without a doubt, Colleen Hoover. I mean, she is the perfect example of this whole thing. She wrote these novels years ago, and then, bam, suddenly they're catapulted to superstardom, all because of fans on the app. And now Hollywood isn't just paying attention, they are building entire movies, like this one, Regretting You, squarely on the foundation of her BookTok fame. And just take a look at this cast list, because this is where it gets really interesting. This isn't some small, low-budget indie film, right? We're talking major stars. Allison Williams, Dave Franco. This is Hollywood putting serious cash and A-list talent on the line. And why? All because an online community proved there was a massive built-in audience waiting for it. And yeah, you're seeing that right. That's Clancy Brown, the voice of Mr. Krabs. That tells you they're not just aiming for the book fans. They're going for everybody. Okay, so let's really break this down, because what you're looking at here is a massive power shift. The old way, the model on the left, that was basically a huge gamble. You had studio execs sitting around a table, placing a multi-million-dollar bet and just crossing their fingers that people would show up. But this new model on the right, it's practically a sure thing. The audience is already there, they've been built, they've been tested, all by the fans themselves for free. For Hollywood, this isn't just about finding cool new stories. It's about taking almost all of the financial risk out of a very, very expensive business. So the question is, how deep does this fan influence actually go? Well, to really see this new process in action, we've got to look at a case study. And this one pulls back the curtain and shows that fans aren't just watching from the sidelines anymore. No way. They are practically in the director's chair. In that case study is The Culpable trilogy by an author named Mercedes Ron. Its journey is, well, it's the perfect blueprint for this new Hollywood model. It started on Wattpad, an online writing site, and became this global film series for Amazon. The key here is that it wasn't some huge bestseller that studios were fighting over. It was a digital sensation that grew so big they simply couldn't ignore it. This timeline really lays out the BookTok effect perfectly. So the books come out way back in 2017. And for 4 years, it's pretty quiet. Crickets. Then 2021 hits, and BookTok finds them. And the series doesn't just get popular. It explodes. It becomes this massive global thing, and that forces a giant like Amazon to sit up, pay attention, and cut a movie deal. That right there is the power of a digital flashpoint. Okay, but this is where the story gets really wild. Amazon didn't just buy the rights and go off and make their own movie. No, they basically brought the entire fandom in as creative consultants. I mean, think about what this means. They hired a director who was already a fan.
They had their social media teams, who were also fans, vet the scripts to make sure they felt authentic. And get this, they even changed the ending of the movie because of how fans reacted to a teaser trailer. The ending, that level of direct fan influence on a major studio film it's just completely unheard of.
So, did this whole let the fans drive approach actually work? Well, the proof is right here in the numbers. A staggering 173 million views for a teaser trailer. To put that into perspective for you, that's more views than the trailer for Barbie. Yeah, that Barbie. One of the biggest movies, well, ever. And if you still have any doubts, just look at this quote. It's from Amazon's own head of movies. See, fans were literally online asking, are the executives at Amazon even reading what we're saying? And her answer, direct from the top, couldn't be clearer. And yes, we are. That's it. The wall that used to exist between the audience and the studio, it's just gone. All right, so let's put all the pieces together. You've got the viral marketing, the fan-driven decisions, the direct influence on the final product. So what does this all mean for the future of entertainment? Where is all this heading? Well, what we're seeing is the dawn of a new era. People are calling it storytelling powered by fandom. And it's really important to get that this isn't just a trend. It's a fundamental structural change. The power is shifting away from a few execs in a boardroom and into the hands of a global community of fans. They're not just consumers anymore. They're becoming active co-creators. They're shaping not only how a story is told, but which stories get told in the first place. So here's the bottom line. The traditional gatekeepers of Hollywood, they're losing their grip. The power to create the next cultural phenomenon is shifting, and it's landing right in the hands of the audience. Which leaves us with one last huge question to think about. When the audience holds all the power, who gets to tell the next great story? As BookTok proves every single day, that answer is being written right now, one viral video at a time.